How y'all doing? You got StudStyle, Tarot, back up in the building. Man, I said, let me hurry up and get in here so I could relay this message. I started hearing that Tony Braxton song, 7 whole days, and not a word from you. And then I turn on Spirit Radio, and the first song up is Don't Want You by Ella May. And here we go. She talking about you messed up. I'm good. I don't want you no more. But then I just got through hearing that 7 whole days and not a word from you. And I'm like, that might be the karmic. 7 whole nights and I'm just about through. I don't know who that is. I can't take you. You can't take it from me. I had about enough of you. I'd rather be on my own. That's what I kept hearing. On my own. And I was like, damn, really, Spirit? I got to spill the tea. Come on in, y'all. Where y'all at? I know it's early. I know y'all ain't even expecting me on YouTube at this time. But man, I'm telling you, I had to give it to you. Somebody going through a breakup, y'all. And maybe it's been 7 whole days since they've been separated. You know, I gotta, I gotta get my chat box up so I can see what y'all saying. Here we go. Look, don't mind me, y'all, with my hands all in the camera. Good morning. All right, we in here. So somebody breaking up. And then now I think the message is that we got this single parent. They single because maybe they were in a third party. I'd rather be on my own. On my own. Moon energy. Look, secrets. Things that was being hidden, huh? Somebody thought. I mean, I'm not gonna say that it was perfect, but they was hoping for the happy family, right? But we got a third party. Somebody was cheating. Somebody was cheating, y'all. And now look, there was some competition, huh? See, nope. Somebody said they'd rather be on their own, collective. I'm telling you, when I walked up into the building, I heard that 7 whole days and not a word from you. 7 whole nights and I'm just about through. And then Ella May is on Spirit Radio talking about don't want you no more. As I was cleaning the table. Y'all know how I get down. I had to clean the table from the last message. Somebody who's now single. Maybe this is what you don't know, collective. We gonna find out. We gonna find out what's cracking. Angels, ancestors, and guides, thank you so much for your protection and your covering as I channel these messages for the collective. Anybody sending any negative energy my way, return it to the sender, please, and bind it to them, Spirit, 1,000-fold. So mote it be. In Jesus' name we pray. Ashe. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. Anybody sending any negative energy my way, you heard, Spirit? It's facts. It's going back to the sender. Don't do it. Please don't do it. So we got a single parent, somebody who got all these responsibilities now, huh? Over here. Wait, I just saw something on Spirit Radio. Yeah, it said, love never falls by Kim. Love never falls. Have y'all heard that? See, yeah, they loving you. They loving you, collective, right? Yeah, uh-huh. They loving you now after going through maybe what they put you through. Mm, love never falls. But see, this person who they thought may have been better than you, collective, that shit fell. That shit fell, collective, because of a third party. And now we cannot make this up. The song that just came on is Mercy, Mercy, Me on Spirit Radio. Somebody said they need your mercy. They need Spirit's mercy. They need your mercy. They need mercy, collective. They need mercy for what they've done. Please, Lord, please. Can you forgive them? They need your forgiveness, collective, for these secrets that they was hiding from you. Mm-hmm. That we know has now come to the light, right? Yeah. You know, we've discovered, right? Oh wow, look at this. When I split the deck, divine masculine. The things that have been discovered, huh? Don't this divine masculine still look like he in the dark though? Still in a dark place, but single with a baby. Single with a baby. Mm-hmm. Is that the secret? They single with a baby, a new baby. Mm. Bottom of the deck. This says enemy at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Watch your back. Damn. Who's the enemy, Spirit? My goodness. We done went from the single parent to now an enemy? Is that who they walking away from? Your enemy? Damn. What's going on? What's what's happening here? Spirit? Who gotta watch their back? The single parent or the collective? Text message. Unsent messages. Don't it look like Spirit want me to take that card right there? Right there. Uh-huh. Whoa. Y'all see how that happened? Y'all see how that happened? This person who might be trying to come up with messages and not sending them. Look how Spirit trying to tell you they a snake. It's not what it looks like. Wow. They really your enemy, huh? Who is this? In your energy collective? Whoa, let me burn some more Palo Santo for y'all, because that right there, mm, we talking about snakes now, see? We was talking about snakes in the last one. hmm Look at all these snakes in the grass, huh? Wow. Is that what is being hidden? Somebody trying to message you, collective, behind the scenes, but they really a snake? Mm. We got this party energy. Somebody who just wants to have fun. Wow. Bottom of the deck. Oh my God, really, Spirit? The storm energy at the bottom of the deck. Turmoil coming ahead. We seen this in the last message, right, y'all? When we went further back into the deck, I know y'all remember when I showed y'all that. Collective, this not looking good. I don't know what cards to get. See, because I feel like I need to save the tarot, but I need one more oracle for y'all. Man, this is heavy. But y'all, hey, Spirit needed us to see it, right? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, Spirit. Okay. I can do it. Wow. Yup, let's do it. The love tea. What's the love tea today? Look what's at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Lethal weapon. Whoa. Lethal weapon? Y'all see that? That snake, the dagger, and the rose. All up in this pig, huh? Whew. Deadly combination. Double the trouble. Triggers each other. Explosive arguments. Make-ups to breakups. To make-ups. Cycle. Ooh. Ooh, really? This is the energy of this snake who might be just trying to come in to have some fun. But they've been sitting here writing these messages and not sending them no, huh? Because they know, but you know what's up with that moon energy. They think they hiding, huh? Oh my goodness. Moon energy. They think they hiding. Wow. But this is somebody who could be a lethal weapon. That's how I take this collective. Damn. Y'all coming together. Look, this would be a deadly combination. Look, double the trouble. Y'all gonna trigger each other. Possibly have explosive arguments. And it'd be make up to break up to make up cycle. We talking about the collective here. Somebody who's in the collective's energy. They're a lethal weapon. Spirit already showed us this snake energy coming after this text messages. And see, in the last read, and I don't know if y'all watched my last live last night, what y'all don't see coming is somebody is trying to text you, but they not sending them. You see this? They not sending the messages. It says unsent from a snake. And we saw that snake could be a single parent, right? And the energy we was picking up when I first came in the building was that 7 Whole Days by Tony Braxton. Do y'all remember? Not a word from you. And then I turn on Spirit Radio, and Ella May is the first song up, Don't Want You. And then wait a minute, right now that I turn on Spirit Radio, I can't make it up. We got Erica Badu, Drama. It's drama right now, y'all, going on behind the scenes. Or maybe this is somebody who's about to come in bringing drama because we see this storm energy, turmoil coming ahead at the bottom of this deck. It's turmoil coming ahead. It's turmoil, y'all. It's turmoil. Maybe this is what's behind the scenes here. We gonna clarify, y'all. Wow. Somebody got drama in their life right now. And they probably like, man, I really wish the collective was in my life right now. I sure could use a friend like the collective. I sure need the collective right now. But collective is coming out. This person is a snake. This person is a snake, y'all. You can't trust it. Dissolutions. Wow. Y'all know what dissolutions mean, right? That means something is being broken apart. Someone wants a separation or divorce from significant other, demanding certain changes or dissolution of partnership. Wow. Really, Spirit? Is that the tea? Is that the drama that's brewing, y'all? You see that? Look, the storm coming ahead. Somebody might be trying to get a divorce. Uh-oh. Wow. From a snake? Maybe they're trying to get a divorce from a snake. Ooh. Bottom of the deck. Blooming. What's blooming? Uh-oh, we got blooming, and then we got a storm. Wait a minute. Allows relationship to ebb and flow naturally. Takes one day at a time. Nurtures relationship with time. Good energy and love. So see, wasn't I talking about somebody who who probably needs your good energy and love right now at this time? Like, I swear I was just kind of hinting to that because they going through some drama, but they trying to debate should they even text you right now because it's a it's ugly over here right now. Look, it's some drama, and maybe they don't want to bring they drama into your world right now. Wow. Now you see how in the beginning we was talking about somebody who wants to have some fun, this party energy, having fun. Maybe they thought they was having fun over there, where all this glittery gold, they thought it was all glittery and gold, at only maybe to find out that the person they was with is a snake, right? This card just came out, y'all. Wow. This says extremist. This snake, huh, is an extremist. Y'all know I'm going to read it. Y'all know I'm going to read it. Wow. This card is coming out to clarify the snake, y'all. Goes to the extreme to keep partner by either threatening to hurt oneself or another. Drastic measures to keep someone. Wow. So we got some real drama for real going on, huh? Somebody talking about they gonna hurt somebody. Who they gonna hurt? Are they gonna hurt the collective? Are they, are they trying to say they gonna come in and hurt the collective? Who they gonna hurt? This card at the bottom of the deck says back burner. Back burner. Wow. Maintains communication with someone from past or an ex should the present relationship not work out. Backup plan. So see, here we go, collective. Somebody in the energy of not only wanting to text you, but maybe wanting to call you because you the backup plan. You see that? We got a telephone on the bottom of the deck. Somebody is thinking about you, collective, being a backup plan. Because, hey, like I said, the song that I was hearing in my head was 7 whole days and not a word from you. Maybe somebody done ditched somebody. And guess what? I know y'all remember when I split the deck and it said divine masculine. Maybe that single parent, right? It was the single parent is a divine masculine. They trying to get away from a snake. But see, we were talking about in my last reading how, you might attract a snake if you a snake, right? This is probably somebody who really did match their energy. Like, they thought this was their match and put you on the back burner, right? They put you on the back burner. Now, things ain't working out over there. Ooh, y'all see that? Y'all see where it fell? Y'all see where it fell? This card says seeks revenge. Oh my God, y'all. Y'all see this? Somebody seeking revenge? What? It landed on the dissolution. So see, this person who may like to party and have fun might be this snake who now wants to seek revenge. Seeks revenge for partner hurting them, abandoning them, or choosing another over them. Wants others to feel pain. That would explain an extremist, all right. Wow. Look how Spirit told me to get these cards today for y'all. Because look at this. Somebody has somebody on as a back burner. Somebody they could just call. Somebody who they feel like they damn near ready to call, right? See, maybe this is what's being hidden. Maybe this is what's being hidden in this moon energy, huh? Somebody was hoping and praying, you know, that you would stay on the back burner when they was ready to come running back to you. Because we talking about a runner, right? We talking about a runner. Wait, what happens when I split the deck? What happens? See, the runner who behind the scenes is trying to manifest you. You see this? The magician behind the scenes, they over here trying to send you that energy. They like, please, collective. Wait a minute. When I Wake Up by Jill Scott, please, collective, take me back. Cause I'm waking up now. Oh yes indeed, I'm waking up. I instead of I don't want to be a player no more, they said I don't want to be a snake no more. Don't want to be a snake no more. Wow, don't want to be a snake no more. Cause they trying to manifest. They trying to manifest you now. They said, hopefully, when I call, you'll answer the phone. Maybe I should text. Look, I know they're not gonna answer the phone. Maybe I should text. Okay, I'll take these. See, here we go. I almost didn't take them, but Spirit told me to take them. Look at that. We got an emperor coming out. We got an emperor coming out. And then look at how over here to the side we got the gift from God in reverse and crossing. See, the gift from God, the blessing is crossing and it's in reverse. You see this emperor, right? It's because this emperor still sees somebody else as they two of cups. Who could that be, y'all? The collective. This emperor is seeing y'all as they two of cups. Wow. Y'all know how we do it over here. We got to have our coffee and grams. It's early morning. Y'all see my little coffee mug, right? I hadn't started yet. I had to go get them. Because this story is getting juicy. We got the blessing in the reverse, y'all. And crossing because they want it back. And they gonna have to get a divorce. They probably been threatening, look, I need you to do certain things and you not doing it. You not fulfilling your role as the provider of this family, the husband, the lead. I'm supposed to follow your lead as your wife. You ain't leading. You snaking. They an extremist. Look at all this drama. Now somebody's waking up. Now somebody's waking up. Seeing the collective as a two of cups. See, death. Death energy is somebody having a transformation, a rebirth because of this ending with someone else. Yes, this is live. Yes, this is live. Somebody is having an ending right now, but because of this ending, with death comes a rebirth. We see it here on the table. This dissolution may be happening because somebody's still holding a really big heart for someone else, right? that they've been wanting to text, but they not texting. Right. Because they got a karmic in their energy who just might be trying to seek revenge. Because we saw that, right? Mm-hmm. We saw that. And now there's an ending. But as there's an ending, somebody's having a rebirth. Somebody wants this blessing, which is why it came out crossing. Somebody knows you a blessing. You were their blessing, and now they're waking up. Remember, we saw that on Spirit Radio? When I Wake Up by Jill Scott. Dun, 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 dun. You know, whatever she says right there. See, now we got Wasted playing by Summer Walker. Is somebody wasted right now? Is this someone who feels like they killed this relationship? As another relationship dies, they wasted their time somewhere else. Look at this album cover, y'all. I can't help but notice the lightning strike. Somebody's having an epiphany right now, huh? They seeing clearly. Look, it's clear to them right now. Y'all saw that? It's clear. That's what the words say. Now, one of the tarot cards flew out the deck to the floor, y'all. I got to pick it up. Spirit, what is this card? Oh my goodness. The Judgment card. Somebody, it fell to the floor. Somebody wants to get out of this hell that they're in, is what I've heard. They want to get out of this hell that they're in, and they want to call their back burner. I'll call you back. I've been hearing that. I'll call you back. Somebody hoping that when they call you, you gonna answer. But you might be in the energy of saying, I'm gonna have to call you back, player. No. Because I know you got drama going on, right? Right, collective? This person got drama. What's the song that's playing? Right, Wasted. I'm sorry. Look, they wasted their time over here. Wait, let me see what this little lyric says. Look, I'm over here channeling a message. It might not even say that in the song. Up. Now we got the SWV song coming on. Can we get kinky tonight? I got so many things on my mind. I love it when you squeeze me tight. I like it when you do me. Wow. I know y'all remember that one. What's at the bottom of the deck? See, as they go through this judgment, right? Yeah, they got a whole lot of burdens now. Right. See, which is why they might almost lose this blessing. They done did too much. It's already in the reverse. Right? But crossing. And that's because they trying to come back to you, collective. They want to know, can we get kinky tonight? They still attracted sexually. to you. So I'm wondering, now that we see this message, when that snake card came up in the last reading, was that snake letting us know that that single parent is still attached to that snake? Because I had said that as I was closing out. Ooh, we got the Lover's card. See, here we go. The Lover's card. Somebody who may have a choice. And because they have a choice, this is the reason why somebody's seeking revenge. But this is somebody who, collective, remember how we started this? This might be the snake who's trying to text you. That divine masculine. I mean, it's tricky because they could be the extremists, right? Goes to the extreme to keep partner by either threatening to hurt oneself or another, drastic measures to keep someone. I think this is their karmic. That's the extremist. And that's the karma. But see, we're going to have to clarify. I should have clarified in that last message who was the snake. Because even with that divine masculine card, it was dark. Like, but they're still being called a divine masculine. Wow, look at what is at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Devil energy. Devil energy. Now, y'all see how I was just saying that divine masculine card came up dark. It came up dark. And we see they dealing with a snake. But I really feel like they could be a snake too. Because we got somebody who's trying to keep this break up to make up cycle, right? Remember, we saw that at the bottom of the deck at one point here. Man, this is a lot of drama. I feel like we have somebody who's looking at you, collective, as a Two of Cups, but they're married to someone else in this Emperor energy. And the person they're married to, they're not happy with them. And they're possibly going through a divorce. Like I said. But this person that they're divorcing is the extremist. So that extremist, I think, is trying to keep them bound. This is a fight between dark and light, literally, because we have two naked people on the lover's card and two naked people on the devil card. So this for me is given that this person wants to seek revenge on this person because they have a choice of another lover. This extremist is trying to keep them in that dark energy. And they might still be attached to that dark energy because that divine masculine card was dark. They might still be in I was going to say a devil energy, and then I was trying to clean it up and say dark. Wow. Let me see what else is behind some of these cards, y'all, so we can get a little bit more of the tea because we got the angel and the devil here. We got a lover who's the devil, and we got a lover who's an angel. And somebody has a choice. And they're seeing you as their two of cups. But they don't want to lose you. They've already lost you. They don't want to lose you. So they want to come back to you. And we got somebody who wants to seek revenge for that. See, here we go. This could be your energy. The person who's on the back burner is somebody who could be very mothering, very nurturing, very caring. Didn't we say this is somebody who wants to give back to your energy? That good energy? But this is somebody who may have been two-faced towards you. That's the problem, which is why, the issue of who's the snake. They both are snakes. That's how they were a match, right? I really believe that this past person was that snake that I was talking about in the very beginning of the oracle message, that likes to have fun, who likes to party, and they got caught up in all this glittery gold here, because they were just trying to have some fun. They weren't really trying to be committed to you. They were non-committal in that snake energy. It did come up. I'm telling y'all, I'm not trying to keep bringing up the past reading, but it did come up that there was a third party. And maybe this third party is this husband or this wife that was a snake as well, that is now talking about they gonna kill themselves or they gonna hurt somebody. They like, if you get back with the collective, I'm gonna come in and do something to hurt the collective because I'm crazy because I'm crazy like that. This devil energy, this extremist might be willing to fight for this person if they go any further with this divorce, right? I mean, that's what this is giving. because somebody want to come back to this mothering energy, treats partner as their child, feels like a parent to their partner, picks up after partner, and or nags repeatedly. Wow. Hey, maybe this person that they're with nags repeatedly. Maybe they're too mothering with them, and that's the reason why they want to come back towards you. Mm. See, we were looking at the mothering as a good thing, right? Two-faced, pretends in order to lead others on, untrustworthy, insincere, playing a game with others' emotions, strings others along. See, we picking up some energy, right? Mm, wow. So, who's treating their partner like a child? Mm, that's deep. Feels like, hey, you know what? I'm getting spirit is saying maybe this person feels like that about this snake, that they got to be a parent to their partner. Damn. Ooh, they didn't want me to tell you that. Mm. Which is probably why they want to come back to you, the better option. You know, they got to be a mother not only to their child, but to their partner. Mm. Who was two-faced towards them. And we see that in that snake energy. But remember, they could have been a snake to you, right? Let's talk about sex. Is the energy. You see that? What I tell you. Let's talk about sex. What you don't know, because somebody now sees you living in luxury. Coco Cure by Maxwell. Coco Cure. Mm, this is really heavy, y'all. We got somebody who now seeing you possibly living in luxury, and now they want to talk about sex because now they said opposites attract, huh? Wow, you see this? Now they feeling like opposites attract. Yeah, opposites are attracting. They still dark and you light. Uh-huh. They're still dark. I'm still getting that they dark, collective. Let's see what is behind the storm. Relationship connecting, disputes, legal matters. So see, we got somebody who just might be getting that divorce like we saw earlier because they want to come back and have this relationship with you. And now because they want to have that relationship with you, that's the storm. That's the storm. Because this is somebody who feels like y'all have unfinished business. That's what this card says. Unfinished business. Unresolved situation. followed by, look, and they feel like, wow, they could be safe with you. Like you're their safety net. You give them comfort. You see that? They feel comfortable in your energy with the candles and the stars, representing the divine. They said they need to get back into your divinity, your protection, your covering. They're no longer protected by your umbrella, Ella, Ella, A. Because when they left and chose this karmic, your protection left. And now they going through this judgment, this karma. They got somebody who is trying to keep them bound to them. But we see somebody making demands and saying, hey, if you're not, let's say for example, I mean, not that, Spirit is telling me this for a reason. Maybe they want this person to start going to church with them, and this person the person that they with don't want to go to church, or this person, still, in their toxic energy, they still want to drink and do their drugs, they still want to, be out here having fun and not taking care of responsibilities. So we got an emperor energy, a divine masculine, who now is thinking about the collective, wanting to text you because they not happy over here with this person who they thought was better, was the better choice. Dang, we got devil energy at the bottom of the deck. What's behind that, Spirit? See, here we go. This could be somebody who wants your attention. Wants your attention because they are now a false flame. You see this? 4 wands in the reverse. This could be somebody who's not happy, who's not celebrating. Right. They want your attention because they not happy. But they could be in this devil energy. Wow, look at this. Spirit says you protected. Look at that. You're protected. One more. Wow. Because this is somebody who still might be coming in towards you and lying, collective. In this moon energy, keeping secrets. This is somebody who, man, they want to come towards you, but they just might be bound. This person that we're talking about, you can't leave me. I'm going to kill myself. If you leave me, I'm going to do something to the collective. This extremist energy, it says, goes to the extreme to keep partner by either threatening to hurt oneself or another. Drastic measures to keep someone. This is somebody who's trying to keep this masculine. But this is somebody who really feels like they have a choice. In lovers, you versus this devil energy that they're bound to. They might just be bound to this devil, y'all. This is what I'm getting. And by Spirit showing us that they want your attention here, you already getting victory and success. is what I'm gathering from this. And they're not happy in this four wands in the reverse. But this could also be spirit saying they're a false twin. Tension, turbulence, anxious, unprepared, hurried, insincere. See, this is somebody who's in an unhappy marriage that wants your attention and you being protected from them. That's what this is giving. Because the Four of Wands could be a marriage as well. So, see, this, these cards that have all these different meanings. I was hearing Spirit say that this devil wants your attention. With this Six of Wands, you have earned every one of your successes, progress, confidence, conquest, public recognition, triumph. Come on, Spirit, with that confirmation. I love it. This is Spirit saying that you're having victory and success, but this devil energy wants your attention because they are in an unhappy marriage. And see, that's why I'm saying they still in that devil energy. You being protected, collective. You're being protected because this is somebody who may still be coming in with lies. This is somebody who, if they have kids, there's really no way to not be bound to that person, right? When you have kids with somebody. But this is somebody who, collective, I just heard Spirit say, even if they did try to get a divorce from this other parent, that other parent is going to find every way in their power to fuck up this connection because they don't want to be left out in the cold. They're doing everything to prevent this person from leaving, even if that means killing themselves. We can't take this lightly. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that on YouTube. Unaliving. Y'all know. I gotta remember those things. YouTube is sensitive. I'm still learning, y'all. I'm still learning. Forgive me, YouTube. Don't do it to me. This is somebody who, collective, this person is desperate to keep your person, which is why I believe this Ace of Pentacles came out in the reverse. Like, they just, they want it, but I don't think that they're going to be able to get it back, collective. But I feel like Spirit is saying you're their motivation. You're their inspiration to try to get away from somebody. But they may get away from this person and never really get away from this person because they're bound to them through children. Grand rising, grand rising. They're bound to them through children. This is what's happening. I gotta get some type of message from spirit, to close this out, because from the way this looks here, right, like it's giving me that this is judgment for this person. Like, their judgment is that they will always be bound to this devil. That's their judgment. That's their karma. Even though they're awakening to the idea of you being the better lover now, the better option. This is somebody who, we saw from the last read, they got that grass is greener. So they thought, this was the life over here, partying, having fun. I feel like this is somebody who still might want to come in and party and have fun with you and try to snake you, because that's how we started this, right? With the initial oracle, which is the reason why spirit is like, there's turmoil coming ahead. This is the reason why I was struggling to figure out who was the snake, and I feel like they both are. That's how they attracted each other. But now we got one snake who may be seeing the light, having an awakening, which has been coming out in all the reads, right, y'all? Right. It's been coming out in all the reads. Somebody's finally waking up. And seeing the collective as they Two of Cups, y'all. Seeing you as the Two of Cups. But they're bound to the devil. We have vision, contemplating the future. Is that the advice for the collective? Spirit, to use your vision and think about your future? Because if somebody still got a toxic attachment, why would you need a toxic attachment coming in along with someone you just might be trying to marry? You know what I mean? Like that's baggage. Like, that's that 10 of wands. Like, somebody knows if they come back your way, they got baggage. They got attachments. They got responsibilities. So this is somebody who now, spirit may be saying, use your vision. Use your psychic powers. Look, your third eye capabilities to think about your future here. Is it really worth getting back together, with somebody like this? Think about your future. Wow. Advice for the collective spirit. Mm-mm. Wow, it's almost like Spirit told me to take those, huh? That's a few. But I could end it with a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Really? See, now hypothetically, if I took these cards to clarify even more, to give me even more of the story, we have tranquility, harmonious inaction. Okay, that's the advice for the collective, huh? Tranquility, harmonious inaction. Maybe to this person. Followed by healing, restoring hope. So this looks like Spirit saying, continue to heal. Hope is being restored for a better love, a better lover, not this past lover. And then we have the self, gathering your power. Wow. Now this sounds like Spirit telling us, focus on thyself, right? That self-love. I mean, we're getting advice from Spirit. Focus on the self-love right now. Because this person here, understanding, looking at both sides. See, Spirit is saying, have some understanding. Right, have some understanding. You continue to heal. You continue to not do anything, with the inaction. Remember, we saw that, and focus on yourself. And then we have, wow, the knowledge card coming out. Knowledge. Is that the divine coming through here? That inner wisdom, like that. It's almost giving like Akashic Records energy, like you have understanding because right? Like you already know what's going on with this person. Wow. Okay, so y'all see, I'm trying to get the advice. Here we go. Last message of advice is enlightenment, moving forward, because you already know what's going on with this emperor. They dealing with a snake. They might be going through a divorce. That this person may even want to come towards you for some sex because they hurting right now, which was the last message that I posted on my YouTube. If y'all not following me, go follow me. Look, and go check out that video. It will all make sense, now that this comes out for the advice for the collective. Collective, wow. I love these cards for advice, for real. The tranquility, card, harmonious in action. Harmonious in action. Followed by healing, restoring hope. Spiritual burp. Followed by the self, gathering your power. Followed by understanding, looking at both sides. This is your advice. Followed by knowledge. And then enlightenment. Right. Because you have access to the divine. This is how you're getting this understanding. And shoot, this is giving me look how the dragon is standing on top of the clouds, like connected to the mighty, mighty universe in this picture, like getting that knowledge from the universe and being enlightened. What's at the bottom of the deck? That's some beautiful advice from Spirit. Bottom of the deck, we have surrender, letting go of the darkness. So see, this could be you, collective, your energy. You're letting go of the darkness, which is this person, right, that we see who's still in this devil energy, at the bottom of the deck. You're letting it go by being enlightened, right? By being enlightened, about the situation that's going on with this past person, knowing that this person was trying to see you as that person on the back burner, that they could come running back to like a rebound, and you not allowing them to come run back to you, and they probably really couldn't run back to you because they got a karmic on their tail. They got somebody who's talking about they gonna kill themselves if I keep doing it. They're gonna unalive themselves if this person leaves them. Collective. You don't want that karma following you. You don't want this person on their trail, following them into this relationship with you. So continue to heal, Spirit says. Continue to restore your power. Look, gathering your power, right? Continue to restore your power. It says restoring hope, but I said restoring your power because that's what you're doing, gathering it up in this self-love energy. The self is self-love energy, loving the self. You're getting your power back, and you're going to be able to stand in your power. When this person thinks that they're going to try to call you, now that they're separating or trying to separate from someone. as I leave, y'all. See, look at Spirit giving all these confirmations. As they're trying to leave someone, we got the Rose in Harlem playing. This is somebody who probably was supposed to be a rose, right? You know, and we're not trying to say Harlem is a bad place, but you know, some people probably seen Harlem like the ghetto, you know, like a rose in the ghetto, like somebody who had, you know, a rough surrounding, you know, a rough environment, you know, but was still supposed to be a rose. Wow. What a way to exit. This rose is still dark because they still have a toxic attachment. You keep moving forward, collective. You're on your right path. Till the next time, y'all be good to each other. So much love and light. Namaste.